While Auburn was at TCU, former Tiger and NBA player Chris Morris addressed the team following the shoot-around before the game and after the game in the locker room.
All I can say right now, the ones who didn't play, y'all stay ready, man. Stay ready, stay focused. I saw a lot of good things, man. I mean, really good things. This is what's going to translate y'all, get y'all transition going.
Chris Morris, he really talked to us about not taking possessions for granted, coming out every day, every practice, wanting to play. He really tried to tell us that, we're here for a reason, and that if we play hard, we can beat almost anybody in the league. So he really showed us that we have a lot to be working for.
It was great to see Chris Morris again. It's great to see how much more he has grown up. He's a strong man, a strong family man. I love that he still has his passion for basketball, and that he loves to see his kids play, and that was a really happy situation for all of us to get together, Chuck and Chris and all the guys that used to play with him.
Chris Morris being down in Texas, I think, had a lot to do with our success. He spoke to us from the heart, and with great passion, and with a little bit of editing, he told us what he thought of our team, the good, the bad, and yeah, some of the ugly. And I think because of his success and his career, maybe because of his intimidating size, our guys listened to him. And I actually think in many ways we really responded.
To hear from Auburn legend is, it's exciting, and I think that gave us a little fuel to, go out and compete a little bit harder. He just talked to us about staying together and competing and just, being tougher as a team. And individually, when you think about that, it just gives you a little motivation to go out and compete.
It was great. Always hearing from Auburn legends when they come back and to support us is always great. He just gave us some real advice and what he saw from just watching us on TV and stuff. It was just exciting to see that people still cared about the program so much to come and talk to the team.
Morris played at Auburn from 1984 to 1988, and he went on to have an 11-year NBA career.
A lot of people thought he was hard to coach. He was really very easy to coach. He was just an emotional player. Other people's impression of him was a lot different than what it really was. He was easy to coach. He played extremely hard. He was one of the most gifted athletes we've ever had here. His vertical jump, his speed from one end of the court to the other, and he became an outstanding perimeter shooter. And to be able to play 14 years in the pros ought to give you an idea how good he was.
Having Chris there gave me another opportunity to remind our team that, for 3 straight years, Auburn had 3 guys taken in the top 5 picks of the NBA draft, Charles Barkley and Chuck Person and Chris Morris. That's a pretty good run. And, maybe in a year or two, we could have a run like that. I think for our players to recognize that, wow, he's really watching. He's really paying attention. And that when we're successful, he gets a chance to walk around with his chest out and his back straight, and when we don't, he doesn't.
Morris has a deep love for his alma mater.
You can see it in the way that he stays in contact with his former teammates. That's one. And two, you can see every time that he comes back, he's so fired up, he wants to see everybody, he wants to be involved in everything. We were looking over at it in the game the other night, and he looked like a jitterbug over there. He's just moving with every play. He was so into every play. So you can tell that it's a genuine love for Auburn. And a lot of times when players leave a program, they don't have that love. They dwindles over the years. It seems to have grown.
Chris Morris, he told us that when we lose, it feels like he loses too. So that just showed us that a lot of people still care about us and want to see us succeed.
I think it was as good for him as it was for the team. The reason I say that, Chris was a great player. I don't think he ever got the recognition, not so much from the Auburn family, but for all that he accomplished in basketball from his high school career up, I don't think he ever got, he's one of the best players we ever recruited. For him to get a chance, step up in front of the players and represent Auburn and let him show them how much he loves Auburn and what he knows about them. He pretty much tagged every player pretty well. He'd been watching them, so you could tell he's a big sports fan. I think it was great for both of them, but much better for Chris.